Hello and welcome, dear story listeners, to another episode of Stories and Poems from Story Island. Today, we are going to meet someone extraordinary, Eraf Armagan, a blind painter. Yes, a blind painter. Eraf Armagan was born in 1953 in Istanbul, Turkey. He had one eye the size of a lentil. The other eye was fully formed but totally non-functional, leaving him completely blind. Despite his blindness, Eraf had a strong desire to discover the world around him and express himself through color and art. Initially, his father guided him to draw using cardboard and nails, and later he began drawing pictures using paper and pencil. Eraf sees and discovers the world with his fingertips. His first picture, drawn around age 8, was a beautiful butterfly. He drew and drew as a child, mixing vibrant colors to express what he felt with his fingertips. By age 18, he was painting on poster paper with oil paints and decided on a career as a painter. Using colors, perspective, shadow, light and balance in his pictures, Eraf began to attract the attention of both international artists and curious scientists. In 2004, Harvard University scientists tested him with brain and eye scans. They were amazed to discover that his brain's visual cortex lit up whenever he touched an object and began drawing. Today, Eraf has developed a unique technique and method to paint what he imagines. He has been featured in the documentary The Real Superhumans by Discovery Channel, as well as in internet commercial for Volvo and numerous media interviews for television and press. So, Mr. Eraf Armagan, the blind painter, never considered himself blind, but the exact opposite, extraordinary. So here comes the fun part. Today we are going to listen to a game called the Blind Man's Buff, which you can play along with your friends and family. This game requires at least 3 people, but more people make for more fun. All you need is a blindfold. One player, who's designated it, wears a blindfold and spins in place 5 times while the rest of the players disperse in search of a good hiding place. When finished spelling, it yells "Stop!" and all the players must freeze in place. It's now up to it to use his keen sense of hearing to track down the players who may dodge it without moving their feet or deceive it by making misleading noises. Once it discovers all the players, it's time for the next it to don the blindfold. Very carefully play this game. This game is best played inside within a confined space, otherwise it risks injury. Objective: the game derives its fun from a blindfolded search. The more it takes for it to find everyone, the more fun the game becomes. Confusing the blindfolded person makes the funniest moments. Make it blind and deaf man's bluff, play without sounds, or set up challenging obstacles in the play zone to confuse the it player. Now, I've also shared a game for all of you to play with your friends, and I come here with a small verse about the game Blind Man's Buff. When the winter winds are blowing and we gather glad and gay, where the fire its light is throwing for a merry game at play. There is none that to my knowing, and I've played at games enough, makes us laugh and sets us glowing like a game and blind man's buff. So, until next episode, signing off from all of you, storyteller Abhi Kumar from Story Island.